Alrighty. Well, it is 1:30, so we're going to go ahead and start the webinar. So thank you so much for attending today's webinar on attracting advertisers with brand view. Now, before I get started, I do have a couple housekeeping notes. I do have everyone on mute. However, if you do have some questions that pop up during the webinar, feel free to type them in the chat box, and I'll try to address your questions during the webinar. If not, I'll definitely address your questions offline. Also, like all my training webinars, this webinar is being recorded. So I will be sending out a follow-up webinar email that'll include the webinar recording, as well as a copy of my PowerPoint presentation and other helpful resources. So with that, let's get started. So today our main topic is going to be about brand view. I'm going to talk about what brand view is, the benefits of brand view, the different tabs and features that are in brand view, and then also how to get started with a brand view profile and how to promote it. And then I'm actually going to go into our Media Intelligence Center and show you various brand view profiles that are out there, and you can actually see it in action. And then I'll end the webinar just going over some basic resources that are available and contact information. So what is BrandView? So BrandView, truly what it is, it's an interface. It's a free interface, and I like to emphasize the free. It's free for our media clients that allows our publications to customize their data, that it's in our Media Intelligence Center. It's also known as the MIC, to tell the full brand story about your publication. It truly is a bridge between your static a PDF publisher statement document and that in-depth analysis that you can get from the analyzer tools. So BrandView is available to all our media clients that file and release their publisher's data via AAM's filing tool and publishing statement formats. So what that means is also for our merged BPA clients, as long as you have filed through AAM filing tool and released on AAM reporting format, you are now eligible to have a BrandView profile. And currently, we have over 300 active BrandView profiles out there, and we are continually being publishing them on a daily basis. So this here is a screenshot of a publication that does not have the brand view profile fully built out in our Media Intelligence Center. So when you go into the Media Intelligence Center and you click on a publication, the first thing you're going to do when you click on a publication title, you go into the reports library. This is their publisher statement. So when you go in the publisher statement, the Media Intelligence Center, you got to go in the reports library, look at the publisher statement, gives great information about the latest release data that we have out there for the publication. This is what a publication looks like when they build out their brand view profile. So not only is the reports library tab there, it has information about the publication. They have an overview tab that gives information about the publication, even has a link to their media kit. And then there's various tabs available that highlight their distribution based on the latest release circulation. So it's more of a visual of your brand in our Media Intelligence Center. So going from just having your statement out there, which is great, that has a lot of value information in there, but you can enhance it with a brand view profile. So the benefits of brand view, one, like to say it's a one-stop shop, so to speak. It has your consolidated information about your brand data on one spot. So you have it, I'm using the example right here for the Kansas City Star. It's my hometown. So they have an overview page. It gives them information about the publication, and then they have various tabs about their circulation data and their other data that they have available. And then they have the reports library and their news media statement tabs. So the print data, distribution data, digital data, any cross-media data is automatically updated with each release publisher statement. And it's easy access to the media kit. So if a publication wants a link to their media kit, we certainly can do that. And you would click on media kit, it goes directly to their media kit. Also, too, we have a learn more tab, and the learn more tab, typically most publications put that as their contact information, who to contact for their sales team, their marketing team. And overall, it's just a visual, get to visualize your data. Um, The other benefits about brand view is an increase the viewability of your publication in our database. So we find that publications that have brand view profile fully built out, there's about 139% increase in people looking at your information versus just going to the actual publisher statement. BrandView truly is a great marketing tool for for clients because BrandView, what will happen is that it creates a unique link for each publication, and that link you can share with any of your clients, even if they're not an AAM client, they would have access to your BrandView profile. The only thing they wouldn't have access to is the reports library tab. And that reports library tab that houses your publisher statement, you had to be in the Media Intelligence Center to access. But they would have access to all the other tabs available in your profile. So it's a great way you can to market your publication using your brand view link. Also for media buyers, we have from 135 agencies, national and regional advertisers that have access to your data through our Media Intelligence Center. BrandView 2 can be updated at any point in time. So if you have updated information you want to put on the overview page, you have an update to your media kit link, you want a new logo, we certainly can do that and work with you on that. And any updates, they occur within 24 hours after the revision has been posted. So the next few slides I'm going to be talking about is the different tabs that are available in BrandView. So BrandView is a tab-based template, and each media division does have BrandView, and each media division has a little bit unique tabs available for each division. However, for everyone, we'll have an overview tab available. So that overview tab truly is a tab that allows you to talk about your publication, provide a little bit more information, provide graphics. You can provide a video of your publication. It also links to your media kit if you would like it to. Also, too, there's a tab called print distribution for periodicals. It's called circulation. And what this is, it pulls in your data from your latest release publisher statements and puts it in a chart, visual chart that you can see how your distribution is. And there's also this tab called Learn More. Learn More tab is kind of a free form tab in the fact that you can promote different information in that Learn More tab. Most people use this as a contact page for your sales team, your marketing team. But if you wanted to promote some special award that you got, or there's other publications that you that aren't audited by AAM, you certainly can actually advertise, promote them in the Learn More tab. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do is report circulation. Any circulation data now has to be audited by AAM. But the Learn More tab truly is kind of a catch-all, and that's available for all divisions. What's unique for the news media tab, news media, is they have affiliated publication tab. So for those newspapers that have other publications, they have affiliated publications. There's a separate tab available for that. But also too, this is a tab I really like for news media, is a distribution heat map. So all US newspapers have to file quarterly zip code data with us every quarter. And we have this distribution heat map tab. And what happens is that zip code data gets released in the Media Intelligence Center. And to access the full zip code report, you have to go through the newspaper analyzer tool. Well, what this distribution heat map does, it gives a quick visual of the publication zip code information, and it provides technically a heat map. And if you highlight over the colored areas, it will pop up the zip code, and also it'll have a percentage here. That percentage is it's taking that zip code and comparing it to the household, how well they're penetrating that particular zip code's household information. So it's a great visual to look at publication zip code. Also, too, there's a quick way to export this data into a quick Excel. So I'll show you that during the live demo. But that's a unique feature for our news media clients. For periodicals, you'll have the overview tab, circulation tab, and learn more tab. But what's also unique for consumer magazines is a tab called Rapid Report. So this tab is available for publications that have circulation 500,000 and greater. There's a report that to fill out based off of their issue by issue, and it's called Rapid Report. Then we also have publications that are consumer magazines that are part of the MM360 program, and we have that tab available too. So if a publication has part of that MM360, we do have that available as a separate tab in the brand view profile. The other tabs that are available for all divisions is cross media. So in addition to auditing a publication circulation data, AAM can also audit your cross-media information, such as your apps, your newsletter, social, web. So if you have that we audit that information, you certainly can highlight that in brand view. And we can have a tab separately for web, social, newsletters, and apps. This here is just a quick example of what it looks like for web, and I'll show you that in detail in a moment. But Bravery truly is easy to get started. The easiest way to get started with your brand view profile is to click on this link. And like I said, I will be sending out a follow-up email to with the webinar recording and also helpful resources that will include this link. And when you click on the link, it's going to ask for basic information from you. So to help create your brand view profile. It wants to know a brief description of your publication, so that's going to be for your overview tab. We recommend that the content is between 100 to 200 words. The link to your media kit. Also, to some pictures of your publication covers. We ask that you can provide up to 3 images. And also the publication logo. We ask that it's 400 by 200 pixels. And then also some contact information, so we can put that in the Learn More tab. So once you provide that information, what we'll do is take that information and create technically a rough draft brand view profile for you. And once we have that completed, we'll reach out to you and say, hey, you have an opportunity to look at your brand view profile. It's in the staging area. It's not published. So we can make any changes, edits to it, and go over it with you. And once you're satisfied with it, then we can publish it for you. Like I said before, BrandView has a unique link that's unique for each publication. So you can use that link and create a smart BrandView link and promote it. Put it in your email signatures, put it in your media kit. You can also promote it on your social media. So now that I've given you a brief description of what BrandView is and some of the highlights, let's take a look at what BrandView actually looks like. And I'm going to go into the Media Intelligence Center. So bear with me as I exit out of my PowerPoint and I'm going into the Media Intelligence Center. So to access the Media Intelligence Center, I am on AAM's main website at auditedmedia.com. I'm going to click on Login, and I want the Media Intelligence Center. So I'm a returning user, so I'm using my credentials. Again, just as a reminder, the credentials for the Media Intelligence Center, they are different than the Filing Center. If you have multiple publications, you only need one username and password, a member number to get into the Media Intelligence Center. We have sent out those temporary passwords for the MIC a while ago, but if you're not sure what they are, just contact us and we're more than happy to provide your temporary credentials to get in the Media Intelligence Center. So I'm going to go ahead and log into the Media Intelligence Center. And the first publication I want to look at is Food Technology. Food Technology is a business publication, and they did a really nice job with their brand view profile. So this is Food Technology, and it has the logo, has information about their publication. If I click on the media kit, it's going to go directly to their page, where their landing page for their media kit. Also, too, you see total gross contacts. This is based on circulation, web, and newsletter information. This is pulled from the latest release data that we have. And then they also provided graphics. So this is the overview. And then the next tab is circulation. So circulation is telling circulation is providing you graphics about the circulation from the latest release publisher statement. Each chart, you can download those charts. And also too, you can provide different description or you can repeat the information you had on the overview page. And you can also provide additional graphics. So in addition to circulation that we audit for food technology, we also audit their web information. So for the website information, we look at unique browsers, monthly visits, page impressions, and this provides a year's worth of data. So right now we're featuring February 2023 and through February 2024. So this, and if you notice, the logo changed. So they have a different logo for their web versus their print. And then they also had different description about their digital information. So here's the social. So they also have for Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And then we have the e-newsletter that they participate in as well. And then we have this Learn More tab, and they have about who to contact. And then we get to the Reports Library tab. So this link up here is unique for food technology. So they can send this link out to anybody, even if they're not an AAM client, and they would have access to the full Brandview profile. The only thing a non-AAM member would not have access to would be the Report Library tab. The Report Library tab, you have to be logged into the Media Intelligence Center to access it. But it's still a really nice way if they're not an AM client, just to provide them a quick visual of what your circulation is through the various tabs. Then the Report Library tab, this is where you can access the publisher statement. So I'm going back into the Media Intelligence Center, and I want to look at a consumer magazine one now, and I'm going to type in all recipes. So in the search by bar, I start typing in the title, and I'm going to click on it, and then under Media Property, click on the title, and that brings up the Brandview profile. What I like about All Recipe is that not only do they have information about the publication, but they also include a video. So if we click on this, that's a little loud, but that's their video that they have about their publication. And then they have a link to their media kit. So this is all on their overview page. And then they also have the circulation tab, the rapid report, the MM360, learn more tab, and then that reports library tab. And the other brand view I would like to feature for you is we'll bring up Kansas City Star. It's my hometown. And here we are. So this is a newspaper. So they have their brand view, the overview page, a link to their media kit. Here's their print distribution. That's from the latest release publisher statement. But here's that distribution heat map that I was referring to earlier in the webinar. So, oops. So if you hover over the highlighted areas, you can tell, for example, the zip code, it's 6623, has circulation for their Sunday frequency at 481, and it has 3.7%. So 3.37%, it means that it's penetrating that household information for that zip code. So they have about 3% penetration in that in particular zip code. So you kind of hover over it and it just kind of highlights the different zip codes in that area for Kansas City Star. And there is export. So you can filter, if you can filter it by frequency. And then you can also export this to Excel. Now, what's pretty cool about this is when you export this in Excel, it's just going to give a really simple report. It's going to give the zip codes with the circulation data. And so what this is, a nice report. This gives you a brief report of their zip code data without going into the deep analysis of the actual zip code report. So to access the actual zip code report, you have to go in the Media Intelligence Center through the newspaper analyzer to access that. So for clients that are not an AA member and you send them your Brandview link, if you're a newspaper, they would have access then to your distribution heat map, at least for your zip codes that way. So that's a pretty cool feature for newspapers. The other one I'd like to highlight is I'm going to reset this using the back arrow. In the search by bar, I'm going to show a farm title. So I'm going to bring up Farm Journal. And it helps if I can spell. And bear with me. There we go, Farm Journal. And again, under Media Property, click on the title. So Farm Journal, very similar to a business publication. It's going to have the overview tab. They have circulation tab. They also have web. And if you notice, their logos changed. So they have different logos for the web and their social. They have the newsletter. And we click on the Learn More tab, and they did a really nice job with the contact page. So there's a lot of different ways you can use that Learn More tab and to have it as a contact page to promote different things about your publication through that Learn More tab. And then, of course, there's that Reports Library tab that will house the publisher statement. So that's a look at BrandView in action. And so it's pretty cool to see. I'm going to reset this. And if I just click on a title that doesn't have BrandView, I don't think this one does. If you just click on the title, it just goes right to that Reports Library tab. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, you'd have access to that to the publisher statement, but BrandView just truly is a great visual of your information in our database. And also too, you can use that BrandView link, and it has more information about your publication, media kit, things of that nature. So it's a pretty cool feature to have as a BrandView profile. The next thing I want to show you is on AAM's main website is now I'm going into the Publishing Filing Center. So the Publishing Filing Center is technically where you're going to file the information to set up your BrandView profile. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a number and log in. So very similar for all of you that have just filed your 6-month December data, same tool. So technically, instead of under home, though, instead of clicking on publisher statement claims, what you want is that edit BrandView profile. And you would click on there and hopefully it pops up. And then it has under BrandView management to choose the layout, provide the content, and then preview. However, I'm more than happy to train clients on how to use the BrandView tool and to build out your BrandView profile. But what I really, really, really recommend is actually an easier way to go about it. So what I would recommend is if you want to get started with your BrandView profile, click on this link. And what it's going to do, it has a landing page and has activate or update your BrandView publications, BrandView profile. It's going to ask for information. It's going to ask about information about your publication, the logo, the link to your media kit, brief description, contact information, and then you click submit. And then what will happen is then we'll take that information and we'll build out a rough draft BrandView profile for you. And then we'll reach out to you and then we'll go over it with you together. And you can say, yes, this looks great, or no, I want to change this. And then once you are satisfied with it, and then we can publish it for you. So that's the easiest way to get started with BrandView is to click on this link and provide us the basic information about BrandView, and then we can go from there, helping you build out your BrandView profile. The other thing is we have some really good resources on our website. So what I went over, those tab descriptions, the BrandView tab, if you click on this link, it goes over those tab descriptions. Also, I have the getting started with your BrandView profile. What this is, it kind of goes step by step through the actual BrandView filing tool itself, but it has some really good information about the logo size, graphic size, things of that nature. But the thing that I really, really would highlight and recommend is activate and update your publications BrandView profile link. This is the link that you click on and you provide that information, submit it to AAM, and we can help build out your BrandView profile. If you do have questions about BrandView, you can always contact me. You can also contact my colleague, Shelley Harris. So with that, that is Brandview in a nutshell. So I'm just going to see if there's any questions, and just double checked, and it doesn't look like there's any questions. So thank you so much for joining me on today's webinar on learning about Brandview. And again, if you do have questions, feel free to reach out. Also highly recommend going in the Media Intelligence Center and taking a look at the various Brandview profiles that are out there. And also I recommend that you'll click on the link to activate your Brandview profile and provide the information, and we can work with you on your building out your Brandview profile. So with that, thank you all so much and have a great day.